estate of legendary singer Rick James is being sued for $50 million over an alleged incident that took place back in 1979. Now, as we talked about with the Boy Scouts case, you can sue people for stuff that happened in the past. This one's going to be a little tricky because this case, 1979, all right. Rick James, legendary singer, who's had problems. He's over the years, when he was alive, he's had problems with substance abuse, with assaulting women. It's not far-fetched. It doesn't mean that this did not happen. I think that it's just going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky, but it needs to be said and investigated as best as possible. But this is going to be difficult. This is going to be a difficult one to prove. A woman now in her 50s claims that she was raped by Rick James when she was 15 years old. The unidentified plaintiff says that Rick James raped her while she was staying at a group home in Buffalo, New York, back in 1979. The lawsuit, which was filed late last week, says that James Ambrose Johnson Jr.'s 1999 trust, which is run by the singer's estate, the suit was filed under the Child Victims Act, which opened a 1-year litigation window for victims who were once blocked by the statute of limitations. So, in this lawsuit, it says that Rick James was visiting a group home to see some adults when he raped this girl, allegedly. She said that he grabbed my hair and pushed my head into the pillow. She said I tried to fight him off, but he told me to shut up and quit moving or I'll cut you. The plaintiff is saying that the incident resulted in psychological issues along with physical and emotional issues. So my heart goes out to her now, but I'm not saying whether this happened or not. We don't know, but she's saying that it happened. But Rick James is not here. Rick James is not here and has not been here. Rick James was a native of Buffalo, and in 1993 he was convicted of assaulting 2 women. He served more than 2 years in prison, died in LA back in 2004, August 6th to be exact, 2004. So we're going to keep you posted on this. This is going to be is one of those things that happens. Every woman or man that comes forward with an accusation is not always telling the truth. Every superstar that is accused of sexual assault or rape is not guilty. Some are, though. Some are. And Rick James was a gifted entertainer who had a lot of problems. He had substance abuse problems. He had an anger problem. He put his hand and was convicted of assaulting 2 women. So I don't know how they're going to prove this, though. I don't know how they're going to prove this more than hearsay. So many people saying, why they wait so long? What do they hope to get out of this by waiting so long? Talking about Rick James. I like Rick James. Many people saying stuff like that. Just because you like Rick James doesn't mean he's not guilty. And what would happen is that the estate would be forced to pay money for, whatever he allegedly did. We'll see about that. We'll definitely see about that. Your man Diamond K, Radio on Fire. Of course, I will be back tomorrow with more of the show.